I'm sure the Minister is going to say that the takeover of Fairfax by Nine makes for a commercially stronger organisation that can better compete with Google and Facebook in the ad market where they're so dominant. And he's right, it will. The problem is there is actually no connection anymore between a commercially strong organisation and a journalistically strong organisation. Now, I mean, Nine journalists do some good journalism, but it's very different from the kind of journalism that's done at Fairfax. And almost everybody looking at this merger and the cultures of the two organisations is very, very worried about what's going to happen to Fairfax journalism in that environment. I'm sure our colleagues at Fairfax, who are amongst the best in the business, will do their very best to continue to produce quality journalism. But I think we have reason for concern. And that's coming at and this contraction in media diversity in the one of the most concentrated media markets in the world is coming at a time when there's really a real problem with civic journalism. There's a real problem with being able to create the kind of journalism, the kind of news, the kind of holding the powerful to account that is really essential for our society, for our democracy. And I do think it's a concern. I mean, we created Guardian Australia 5 years ago to try to bring another voice into the Australian media landscape. By comparison with Fairfax, certainly by comparison with the Nine Entertainment Co, we're quite small. But that's why we entered the market, to try to create a new voice. Now, this is going to make it more difficult for us commercially because the ad market has now got sort of these three huge organisations in it, and I feel like this is an issue that really should be discussed a whole lot more. I think governments around the world are looking at how they support public interest journalism, what they can do to stop the contraction of voices and the contraction of news sources. And I really think we need to have that conversation here. But the one thing I would say is that as readers, as consumers of media, you have a choice, and you can look for diverse voices and you can support them if you like them.